read the book or see the documentary that I'm filming, I made up my mind. I'm going to do the documentary. Okay. It's going to be called Digging Up the Roots, and I will be sharing my story and other stories with other women that have been affected by their careless and reckless manner. We were artists just as brilliant as you, some of us more brilliant than you, and you treated us subservient because we were women. You know, you treated us like wet nurses. You treated us like maids. We weren't your maids. We weren't there to clean up your messes and just there to make you look good, and then you put us back in the closet. See, the misogyny is so out of control when it comes to all of this. Malik was the only man in that group, in that collective, that treated the women like equals. Only. R. Kelly was the first corporately sponsored pedophile in the United States. Everybody knew. That's why I couldn't really watch that documentary, because half of the people that was in there, I can't believe he did it. Nigga, you used to go get the bitches too. I watched you, dog. I watched y'all make these deals. Don't nobody want to talk about Aaliyah. Don't nobody want to talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
There's certain things about that I won't talk about. I'll let Dame Dash talk about it. See, that's his business. And when he's ready to talk about it all, I'll corroborate every word that he says. But it's not my story to tell. But it's real. It's real.
When you pass secondhand information, it's not always correct. And when you feed off of information from a movie, it's also not always correct.
You know, look, that's all her own. I watch a lot of the fashion shows, a lot of the runway models, and see what's the next thing happening and then intertwine that with what I'm doing. Image goes hand in hand with the music. And that's how people identify you. You know, they separate you knowing your music and knowing your style and your image. So that's why it takes me a while to put things together, especially if I'm doing a dressy thing rather than a sporty thing. Because what you see here is really me, the baggy jeans and skull caps and everything. So when I'm doing a dressy thing, I've got to still remain in my image. So it takes me a while to put something really good together that still looks like Aaliyah. But
that's strange. Could have sworn on the little movie they said specific individuals gave Aaliyah her style.
Is it possible at all to have a relationship on the road? I would say it's possible. I just don't have one. I don't have one right now. I don't have a boyfriend. And I can't say I'm really looking. I think it'll come along at the right time. I have a lot of friends. And when that guy comes along, I'll know it, he'll know it, and then it'll happen. But I am really busy with the career and the fact that I'm getting ready to go back to school, so I have to see how it works out.
3 years ago, there was this terrible rumor out. What is the deal with you and R. Kelly? Are you all married or not?
No, I'm not married. Robert's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. He's a great producer, a great artist who I do admire, and there's nothing there at all.
We are here. This is my place. This is the final.
So despite the rumors that people want to keep pushing, when this lady was on this earth, she always denied the allegations. She always said that she admired R. Kelly, despite what others have said.
About the roots in R. Kelly. No, obviously R. Kelly is...
Them niggas knew. We all knew. They knew. Mind your business, Jag, if you want to keep your career. That nigga makes millions for people.
That's what they said to you.
That's what I was told.
Now you said that they helped him recruit children.
They didn't help him recruit anybody. They just did nothing. R. Kelly had his whole Procura squad, but they didn't. How would they know what schools to go to unless they talked to somebody from Philly? He did the TP2K.com fucking wild fucking or whatever the fuck the album was. The I Wish album. He recorded that in Philadelphia. Now, if you're not from Philadelphia, it's not like he was like Gerald Levert. Gerald Levert grew up in Cleveland and Philadelphia at the same time. Gerald knew the streets of Philadelphia. What did R. Kelly know about the streets of Philadelphia? How the hell do you know know what schools to go to, which McDonald's is popping. What the fuck was he doing at Club McDonald's on Broad Diamond? How would he know it was hot if somebody didn't tell him it was hot? Somebody had to tell him where to go. Go trolling.
Right.
Now, I don't know exactly who that person was, but I'm telling you, somebody had to tell him something. But everybody did see those girls come into the rooms for meet and greets. I had to share a room with him while I was recording one of my projects, and I made it very clear to the maintenance staff, clean this motherfucker before I come in here.
You might
clean it. I came into that room, I found panties under the goddamn control board. And they weren't grown woman panties, and they weren't thongs. R. Kelly is a nasty fucking asshole. And I said it to his face. I swear to God, you touch anybody I know, I'll take you down myself. I don't care how big you are. I grew up in North Philly. I grew up in Richard Allen. I ain't afraid of no big nigga. I kick you in your knees and punch you in your fucking nuts. When I got you eye level, you mine. Touch one of mine, see what I do. I can't say nothing to the media because my career's on the line. But if I ever find out while you in Philly, you touch any of mine, I promise you that's your ass, bitch.
So I'm making this video specifically for this page because many people that support R. Kelly have left comments stating that we should send messages to Jaguar about the truth that we're uncovering over here. And I'm making this video to demonstrate why I don't feel that she's misinformed about R. Kelly. Just like many other celebrities and instigators that like to throw R. Kelly's name out there, I feel like they do that in order to give themselves validity. Regardless of what they heard or what they know, there's always deception in what they say. Who in their right mind believes that at the height of this man's career, he was sharing a room with somebody such as Jaguar Wright? To sit here and say that she has inside information about even the Aaliyah situation when she wasn't around then, how would she know that? On the same foot, if you continue to listen to her, she will speak on the fact that the industry uses celebrity coupling. They pair people for specific reasons. And with that being said, like I've maintained from the beginning, I feel like the whole Aaliyah situation with R. Kelly was a publicity stunt for that very reason. If you just sit here and continue to listen to her, you will notice that she's really on her own agenda and is very much in coalition with the Me Too agenda. Therefore, I don't feel like she's misinformed. Is it a coincidence that her group, The Roots, one of their band members were in pictures with another alleged accuser of R. Kelly? The same Minnesota victim who clearly was not a minor. So with that being said, they keep flip-flopping with this young girl storyline, but they forget just because she's young, that could include 18-year-olds. Just because he's double their age, it's not against the law. So with that being said, I feel like Jaguar Wright is going to eventually discredit herself. As a matter of fact, I feel she already has for those really listening. Just peep game.